Hello everyone, welcome to the 7 days online training program on Google Earth Engine. So first of all, we simply introduce one by one, okay, and then we start out today's session. So in the introduce section, simply mention your name, your country name, your affiliation. Also try to add. It will be more better, okay. So one by one, simply introduce, please, and we try to make an interactive session, okay. So please.
Hello everyone. I hope you all can hear me. I am Chamatka Devaratna and my home country is Sri Lanka. Currently I am studying my master's degree in Canada at the University of Saskatchewan. My background is from statistics, and so I'm especially completely new to spatial analysis. That's why I joined today.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, next please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
My name is Mahmoud Ibrahim. My home country is Nigeria. I am currently a PhD student working on geospatial application, how to analyze oil exploration impact on the environment.
Okay, great. Yeah, next please.
Hello everyone.
Hello, my name is Congo Yao. My home country is Togo in West Africa. Currently, I'm working in Guinea Republic at the Wild Chimpanzee Foundation. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Frederic. My home country is DRC in Central Africa. Actually, I'm working as a civil engineer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Emmanuel Enin Ejay, and I'm from Ghana. I'm at Moscow. I'm studying my master's in climate project management. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, next please. Okay, so let's go. We'll start today's session. So first of all, I will try to explain our total course contents. Okay. So basically, after completing the 7 days training session, what you will learn from me, I'll try to explain step by step. Then we start today's session. And in this session, basically, I try to focus for beginners who don't have any knowledge about the coding, mainly Python, JavaScript. If you have totally zero knowledge in the coding, don't worry about that. I hope after completing the total full 7 days training session, you are become a developer on Google Earth Engine. Okay, and you can easily do different types of analysis very quickly and efficiently using the Google Earth Engine. Okay, so our main target, all of you become a developer on Google Earth Engine, and you can do different types of analysis. Okay, for the different sector. Okay, so let me share my screen. Just a minute. Can you see my screen? Is it visible? Okay, thank you. So let's really start. So basically in this training session, every days I will give you 3 hours live training. Okay, 3 hours live training. I delivered the lecture and 1 hour for the problem solving. Okay, in the problem solving class, you can easily share your own screen and show me your problem in the 1 hour session, and 3 hours I delivered the lecture. Training session I delivered the lecture, and 1 hour for the problem solving. So total 4 hours each day I will provide. And in this session we try to explain all of those from beginners to advanced level, as well as in this session, this training part, we also add the 2 software. One software is the commercial, it's called the ArcGIS Pro. Another software is the open source QGIS. So two software how to use for Google Earth Engine. We also try to explore this type of things also, how to use the ArcGIS Pro and get the data from Google Earth Engine, as well as how to use the QGIS and get the data from Google Earth Engine and do the different types of analysis. So it's integrate with ArcGIS Pro and also QGIS. So in this session, we try to cover Google Earth Engine, as well as also cover how to connect the Google Earth Engine with ArcGIS Pro and also QGIS software to handle the different types of geospatial analysis. We also try to explore this type of things. And in this session, basically, as well as we also try to cover the coding section also. Okay, so if you have no knowledge about the coding, so I hope after completing this full 7 days training program, you are able to do all of code in Google Earth Engine easily, and you can also use it, this type of code, for your own research work. And our main target, all of you become a developer on Google Earth Engine. And when you become a developer on Google Earth Engine, you can do any kinds of analysis. Okay, not only for land use, land cover, not only for the NDVI, not only for the vegetation analysis. So all of those we can easily do when you become a developer on Google Earth Engine. Okay, so this is our main target. We all of you just become a developer on Google Earth Engine. So first day, today we discuss about that how to work with Google Earth Engine, mainly introduction to Google Earth Engine, then how to create Python and JavaScript API for Earth Engine, as well as how to connect the Earth Engine with ArcGIS Pro or QGIS software, and how to use JavaScript and Python. So I will try to cover two programming languages, JavaScript and Python. So at the same time, you can learn the two programming languages, JavaScript and Python, as well as also learn how to use this type of programming language to run Google Earth Engine for different types of remote sensing analysis. As well as you also discuss about the basic principle of JavaScript and Python. As a beginners, if you have no knowledge about the coding, so then we try to cover this section. So we start from beginners, and then all of things we try to cover for the programming language. Okay, ABC of programming language we try to cover. And we also discuss about the client and server object on Google Earth Engine, mainly how to connect the server of Google Earth Engine with your local, suppose ArcGIS Pro or QGIS software, how to connect. We also discuss about that, and how to get the server to execute your code from Google Earth Engine, then importing the different types of raster and vector data on Google Earth Engine, then how to filtering the attribute table, and how to connect Google Earth Engine with ArcGIS Pro and QGIS software, and work with the ArcGIS Pro and QGIS software, help of Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. And second day, basically, we discuss about that how to filter different types of satellite images. It can be Landsat, Sentinel, or MODIS. So this type of satellite image, how we can easily filter and display and also export this type of satellite imagery, and how to use different types of composite of satellite imagery, how to use different types of band combination, okay, and how to export different types of satellite imagery, okay, and how to import, filter, reduce, clip, and display the raster data in Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. And time series chart of NDVI using ready-made dataset, as well as how to export different types of shapefile, we also discuss. And annual image composites is very important, because when you work with your research work, it's very important when you check the trend analysis for annually for different year, then it also help you. So we'll also discuss about the annual image composite, how to create, or monthly image composite, how to create, or seasonal image composite, how to create. So this type of things we also try to explore. And third day, mainly we discuss about that calculating any indices from satellite images using Landsat or Sentinel, how to calculate the different types of indices, and how to filter and displaying the Sentinel-2 satellite imagery and monitor the NDWI or NDVI, and how to extract the water body using thresholding technique, and how to identify water logging area, okay, as well as how to make the time series chart for different types of indices, how to add the gradient legend or flood mapping, how to identify flood water or flood inundation water. So this type of thing we also discuss about that, as well as a monthly time series chart we also discuss. And fourth day, basically discuss about that how to remove the cloud and haze from your satellite imagery. So basically, when you work with rainy season or any place where almost cloud formation, suppose coastal area or river basin area or river bank area, so this type of place almost we find out the cloud. So this type of cloud is also hampered our result. So that's why it's very important how to remove cloud and haze from your satellite imagery. Landsat, Sentinel, both of I try to cover. Then how to create the DEM data, and also how to use this DEM data for creating the hillshade map or slope map, or also aspect map using NASA SRTM DEM or ASTER DEM, how to use. And also discuss about the LST, meaning land surface temperature, using Landsat imagery, as well as also MODIS satellite imagery, how to apply and compute the LST. Then compute the urban heat island or urban thermal field various index, or LST time series chart, or different types of index time series chart, how to create. We'll also discuss about that. And fifth, they basically focus on air quality monitoring. So air quality monitoring, all parameters, suppose nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, then methane, carbon monoxide, then particulate matter 2.5, PM 2.5 or PM 10. So this type of gases, how we can easily monitor, we also discuss about that. How to download the air quality parameters time series data in a CSV file, we also discuss. And aerosol optical depth, how to monitor. Okay, as well as discuss about the some topic on the ArcGIS Pro or ArcMap, how to create the map layout for our research paper. So after getting the data, how I can create the map for my research paper or presentation. So we also discuss about this thing also in the 5th number desk. And how to accuracy assessment of your air quality monitoring map, and how to extract the points pixel value for a specific geolocation, we also discuss. And how to check the trend analysis, and also how to apply linear regression. And after that, in the 6th number, they will discuss about that machine learning topic, mainly how to use the machine learning in Google Earth Engine, supervised, unsupervised. So both of method I try to explore, as well as also discuss about the practical example, land use, land cover classification using random forest, then card, support vector mission on minimum distance, how to use this type of machine learning method to make land use, land cover, and how to check the land use, land cover accuracy assessment, overall accuracy, kappa accuracy, producer accuracy, consumers accuracy, how to calculate land use, land cover classes area, how to add legend, how to export land use, land cover map. We also discuss about that, all of those. And finally, we discuss about that change detection analysis, mainly land use, land cover change detection, or vegetation change detection, or NDVI classification. Then land use, land cover change detection in one layer, we also discuss. Then calculate the transition area, how much vegetation convert into water, or how much vegetation convert into build up. So this type of transition for the different decade, we also discuss about that. As well also urban development or urban growth monitoring, mainly urban expansion or urban sprawl. So this type of things we also try to cover. As well as also discuss about that hyper parameter optimization for improving the accuracy of your machine learning model. So this is the overall syllabus content we try to cover, inshallah, within 7 days. And each day we provide the 3 hours live training and 1 hour for the problem solving, because every class I give you some assignment. Okay, so and when you complete all of assignment, you can get the course certificate after submitting the assignment, as well as also join the live session. Okay, then you can get that certificate for submitting all of assignment. Okay, so every class I will keep some assignment regarding this class. And when you face any problem doing this type of assignment, then you also discuss about the problem solving 1 hour class for your assignment problem. You also discuss about that. As well as I also give you all of material, mainly slide, PDF, or practice code, as well as also get the recorded session. You also get after live class, you can get the recorded session also, and also get the lifetime teaching support. It's very important, because as a beginners, when you start the journey with Google Earth Engine, you face a lot of problem. So that's why after completing the 7-day session, in the future, when you face any problem regarding this type of topic, you can get the free support. Suppose you face any problem, any topic in your syllabus, you can get the lifetime free support in the future after completing the 7-day session. Okay, as well as you also get the research collaboration opportunity to publishing the scientific paper. Okay, so now anyone any question, you can ask me about the course content, or any confusion you can also ask me, please.